Well Met. I am Gina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to review Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I'm so excited to be talking about this book. I just finished it and it is amazing. I loved it. It very well could be one of my new favorites. I will definitely be buying it when it comes out next month. It comes out on September 3rd and I'm so excited. I was given a review digital arc off NetGalley for this book and I'm so excited. I was very excited to read it. It was one of my most anticipated after I saw that the actual book surrounded a Renaissance fair, and Renaissance fairs are amazing. I have an entire video, or two actually, maybe more, about being at Ren fairs, and they're just so much fun, and this book is so much fun. So when I got this book on NetGalley, I was very excited to read it. However, I was feeling extremely slumpy when I got it, and I even forgot that I had gotten it when I checked my NetGalley last week to see what books I had. I saw it and I got excited again, started it, finished it in a couple of days, and it was just everything I needed it to be and so much more. Well Met follows our main character, Emily, who essentially drops everything to go move in with her sister and her niece after they get into a really bad car accident, and her sister breaks her leg, so she can't really get around or help her daughter out with school functions or driving her to and from things. So Emily drops everything, moves in with them, and helps take care of them. However, Emily doesn't really need to drop everything because her boyfriend had just broken up with her and she only had a couple part-time jobs, which she was also losing the apartment since he was helping with it. So her life was kind of in no man's land when she got the call about her sister. So it was a welcome change for her to go and live with her sister. The rest of the story follows her helping out her sister and her niece really wanting to be part of the Renaissance fair, and so she takes her to the audition. Turns out they need a chaperone, or a parental or guardian, or a parent or guardian to also sign up for the Ren Fair. So she does, because this is important to her niece, and the rest of the book takes place following the Renaissance Fair, and it is so much fun. I loved everything about it. The setup, the story, the romance, the Ren Fair. It was all amazing and fantastic, and I can't wait to read this again in physical copy where I can annotate things. As far as the fair itself, it was so well done. The descriptions are perfect. She describes things so well, as the setup for the woods and where everything's set up, including the tavern is just this essentially a tent with some tables and stuff for the bar setup, and then the jousting field and the human chess match and all of the vendors and all of the things, and it's so well done, and I can picture it clearly, and a lot of it is set up just like how the Ren Fair that I go to every year, or try to go to every year, is set up, which is perfect. The way she described where the tavern was, that's essentially where the tavern is in our Ren Fair, and then you go up a hill and you go to the left and then there's the jousting field, and the food is by the jousting, and it's just, all of it is amazing, and it took me back to the Ren Fair. I didn't get to go last year, and this is just making me very excited for this year's fair. Luckily, our fair isn't until the fall, so I have a little bit longer to wait, about a month or so, before they actually start up the fair again, but I'm very excited, and hopefully I can get to go this year, because this book made me crave the fair, and I can't wait to return to it, and it's gonna be so much fun. As for the characters, I loved all of them. The character arcs are great. Emily, our main character, she's fantastic. I love her. I connect with her so much. I related to her a lot, and just everything about her was wonderful. She has some kind of inner issues that she's working through, and what is she going to do at the end of the summer when her sister and niece don't need her anymore? Where is her life going, because it essentially was crumbling before her sister got into this car accident, and the whole book goes through a roller coaster of emotions and thoughts that she has about where she is in her life, and how essentially kind of burnt out and stressed she is at 25 years old. And I really love her character arc and how she finds herself, and all of it is perfect. The other characters, our side characters, are also great. The Ren Fair actors and volunteers are so perfect. Chris, who is the queen, I love her. She's so great. so great. I don't want to say too much about her because I don't want to spoil things, but then there's also her best friend at the fair who is her fellow wench. I think I forgot to mention that Emily ends up being one of 2 tavern wenches, which is great because the first line in the book is, "I didn't choose the wench life, the wench life chose me." Perfect. Love it. So good. So Stacy is her fellow wench and kind of teaches her the ropes, and then we have Mitch, who wears a kilt every year, and that was kind of her main, like, okay, yeah, fine, get to see some guys in some kilts, I'll go ahead and do this. Then we have Simon. Oh, Simon. Simon is a very complex character, and you find out a lot about him, and I don't want to go too much into his character because a lot of the stuff you find out revolves around him, but it's definitely am I gonna end up liking this guy, or is he a complete and total jerk? Don't know. You gotta read it and find out. But Simon is a very well written character. I really like his arc, and I really like where things go with him, and it's just, it was good. I really liked his character and his character development. I also really loved that Emily kind of takes charge of herself and doesn't really let anyone tell her what to do, and while she is a very caring person and a very loving person, she doesn't let people take her for granted like she did her ex, which is fantastic character growth. We didn't even see her with her ex, but you can see how she thinks of herself when she was with him into where she is now and how much she has grown just within those few months, and it is fantastic. It's everything. I completely love her and this book, and it's awesome. As far as like reading this and how I felt when I read this, I was constantly smiling reading this book. It just made me so happy, and the Renaissance Fair, the Ren Fair had a lot to do with it. Had this just been a normal going to take care of her sister kind of story and then just run into people in the town and everything, might not have had the same effect on me as it did with it being at the Renaissance Fair. That whole scenery and aspect is what really grabbed me, and like I said, I was giggly and smiley, laughing out loud so many times, but there's also a deeper part into it, and I definitely cried a few times because it's a very well-rounded story and a well-rounded book, and I absolutely loved it. I recommend it to anyone who loves Renaissance fairs or just romance in general. It is a very cute romance story, and it's just so good. So incredibly good. There were a few other things that I highlighted in my Kindle, and I don't exactly remember what all they were, and I feel like some of them might be a little spoilery, but one thing I do remember is at one point Emily's sister, once she like meets other Ren Fair people, she ends up calling Mitch, who wears the kilt, Kilty. She's like, hang on there, Kilty, or something to that point, and I lost it. It was great calling him Kilty. So good. All of the characters' interactions and how they work with each other and how they become friends, and it's just, I love it. I love it all. That's really all I have to say about this without going into spoilery details, and I don't really want to do that. I want you to experience it for yourself, experience the love and the magic and the Ren Fair and all of it. It's so good. I love it so much. So much. It is definitely up there with Alex Approximately. If you know me at all, you know how much I love Alex Approximately. Like, this very well could beat Alex Approximately, but like, they're the same. They're so good. They're both fantastic. But if it's not obvious from this video, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I'd give it more if Goodreads would let me. It's so good. I can't wait to read it again. That is all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you're excited to read this, and once it's out and you've read it, come back, let's talk about it because it's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.